All right. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how to lose that post-holiday belly fat without losing your mind. I got to be honest, this year was super weird for me. My kids weren't home for the holidays, and it brought up a lot of mixed emotions, as you can imagine, But the positive silver lining is that it gave me a chance to really do the holidays differently. And in fact, by the time you're watching this, I am going to be in India on an 11-day vegan Ayurvedic retreat. Talk about extreme holiday reset. That is what I'm doing this year. That is not what normally happens for me during the year. Usually, I'm like everyone else. You fall into, oh, but it's the holidays, so I can have this, Christmas cookie or these chocolates or this glass of wine. And there is nothing wrong with that. Like, if that brings you joy and it's the season of joy, we can't be so rigid all the time that we can't allow ourselves little indulgences here and there, right? But what happens is we come to January and then we're filled with regret sometimes or self-criticism. So that's what I want to spend a little bit of time talking about today. So when January comes around, that's when that little inner critic can creep in and start giving us perfectionistic messages about how our body should look a certain way and shouldn't look another way. And honestly, you have to start a weight loss journey with compassion and empathy for yourself. You can't start with self-criticism. So if you need a little help addressing that inner critic, I do have a little perfection to peace challenge on Instagram that I did in December that you can go back and watch those videos over again. There's little bite-sized little nuggets every day to help you quiet your inner critic. And if you're ready to go a step further, I also have a meditation group, and meditation is the key to learning to quiet all of your voices, whether it be self-critical or catastrophizing or fear-based thinking. You might consider joining that meditation club if it fits for you. It's a supportive community where we work on themes like self-compassion and personal growth all year long. So you want to start your weight loss journey from a place of compassion. I know how frustrating it can be to notice belly fat, especially if you've been trying to stay on track and you feel like you failed. And for women in midlife, it can bring up even deeper feelings about our bodies. But here's the thing, belly fat is not a sign of moral failure, as society would have you believe. It's really just your body doing what it's supposed to do. And sometimes that can be housing toxins that your body doesn't want. So it stores it in the storehouse instead of letting it go throughout your body. In some ways, our menopausal belly fat is a gift. And if we can start from that place of compassion and honoring our bodies for what they are now, then our weight loss journey is going to be a lot healthier and a lot more successful, right? So let's talk about setting realistic goals. Instead of focusing on losing weight or specifically losing belly fat, let's focus on getting stronger. Did you know that strength building is the main factor in aging well? Did you know that the thigh muscle and the strength of the thigh muscle, the stronger it is, the less likely you are to experience cognitive decline? So there is nothing about belly fat and cognitive decline, although if you're overweight, that's a problem. But if you're the right weight and carrying it around your middle, I mean, no extra weight is great. But if we focus on building strength instead of losing weight, it can really have a lot more far-reaching benefits on our health in the long term. And it's easier to do. So one of the simplest ways to reset after the holidays is to focus more on protein and getting enough protein in every meal. I kind of feel like if you're eating the right amount of protein, which is supposed to be 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight for your ideal body weight. So if your ideal body weight is 150 pounds, you would eat 150 grams of protein per day. That is basically like making protein your job, But in making eating protein your job, it also decreases your desire for other foods. It reduces cravings, and you're so full from eating all that protein that it's way easier for you to resist that chocolate chip cookie, right? So that's what I recommend, is focusing on protein. And it doesn't have to mean eating, boring chicken breasts at every meal. Make it protein sources that you like. My favorite is cottage cheese and Greek yogurt, not together, but cottage cheese is a favorite food of mine. And Parmesan cheese has really good protein content. Eggs, I love eggs. Not everybody loves eggs. Shrimp, salmon. Like, there's so many good, tasty, healthy foods that have high content of protein. So try that. The key is to approach your goals with sense, but with balance, so that you're enjoying what you're eating, but it's really making an impact on your health as well. So let's shift the focus from fixing our body to supporting our bodies. Think, I want to feel energized and strong, rather than, I need to get rid of this tire around my middle, the spare tire around my middle. Stress and those negative thoughts that you have about your belly fat can really increase your belly fat by raising your cortisol levels. If you start from a place of kindness, love, and emotional well-being, it really can help you drop the weight. Because a lot of times that extra spare tire reflects underlying trauma. And that trauma can present itself as more self-critical thoughts. So if we can make it a practice to be kind to ourselves and treat ourselves with compassion, it isn't just fluff. It is science-backed and transformational. Remember, change takes time. If you put on weight in a month over the holidays, at least give yourselves a couple of months to take that off in the new year. This really isn't about quick fixes. It's about showing up for yourself consistently and nourishing your body with foods, especially single ingredient foods that are on the periphery of the grocery store, instead of anything that comes from a bag or a box or a carton, except for eggs come in a carton, and those are good. So let's shift your mentality from trying to fix what's wrong with you to trying to support yourself to be stronger, more energized, and more grateful for yourself and your body and all that it can do, no matter what your body looks like. Let me know in the comments one small change that you are going to try to make in January that will support your health and not just try to fix your appearance. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video. Remember this mantra: I am worthy of kindness and care, no matter what my body looks like. See you in the next video. Happy New Year! Mwah!